Broadcasting live from geothermal bog on the plain of Dominaria, this is Tap Tap Concede. Welcome everybody to Tap Tap Concede. My name is Graham. Joining me is Kathleen. And Nelson.
I'm also here.
And today, what with Infinity and everything recently and the PPR and, having Mark and Megan and Maria on the podcast has been far too serious recently. Mm-hmm. So now it's time at long last for the Dominaria United Nicknames episode. Yeah, I'm excited. You can tell because of the way that I sound. Before we get into it, a reminder that the show is brought to you by Card Kingdom. Please check out cardkingdom.com/LRR for all of your cardboard needs. You can probably get close to pre-ordering yourself some Brothers War. Get your feet under you as the releases keep on coming. And of course, you can ask them loading ready run sent me button, please, and they'll give you a little 1-inch button with a funny thing on it, which I think we're still in Card Kingdom, a constitutional monarchy of cards.
Last I checked.
Yeah. And of course, the show and everything we do is brought to you by you and your kind support of our Patreon at patreon.com/loading-ready-run. So we did the nicknames a little bit differently this time. If this is your first time listening to one of our nickname episodes, basically the joke is we thought, wouldn't it be funny to give every card in the set its own nickname? And that's often true. By nickname, we don't necessarily mean something that's even shorter or easier to say, as I'm sure you'll discover. I haven't read ahead. None of us have. We don't know what's about to happen. But this time we did it a little differently. We opened submissions for 2 weeks' time, separate from voting, so that voting and submissions couldn't happen at the same time, so that it wasn't just sort of like whoever got in first would get the most votes. And then, the intent was to have voting open for maybe a week. I think it's been 2 or maybe even 3 weeks at this point, because again, we mentioned that there was the PPR and everything. But yeah, hopefully this means that everyone had plenty of time to come to a consensus. So let's find out together. All right. First card we begin with.
How about I'll start?
Sure.
Yeah, we didn't discuss this. We didn't look ahead. We didn't talk about the episode.
Nope.
I don't even know who's sitting next to me.
A constitutional monarchy of well-planned podcasts.
Academy Lore Master.
Scowling Mine.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
That was from Obo. Though I do want to say, on the other side of the possible nickname, Howling Mom. From Prancer the Inflatable Reindeer also works. That was the second place submission. Very good.
Academy Wall.
As opposed to when Urza controlled it and all the research was perfectly ethical. What? Oh, I see. Sorry, the flavor text. Once the Society of Mishra took control, the Tolarian Academy at Latinam became a haven for dark research. Right, yes. That was from Atom Bomb. Thank you for that.
Adarkar Wastes.
If there are already tertiary consumers, bracket cranes, present in the food web, then this is nowhere close to a barren wasteland, but in fact, a developed post-succession ecosystem.
Tough but fair.
Yeah, I think we're learning something about ecology here from Sklimbad Crane. Thank you for that.
I guess they're, personally invested on where cranes fall in like a healthy ecosystem.
They must be, yeah.
Ether Channeler.
Tweet, yeet, or treat.
Nice.
Do you ever not choose treat?
Yeah.
I generally choose little a treat, but sometimes you make a bird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you bounce, I
Sometimes
suppose.
you yeet for lethal, yeah. No?
Oh, yeah, yeet for lethal.
Treat is like the default.
I think
if you're thinking about it, probably treat.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pepperball.
Aggressive Sabotage.
The top voted comment, which I'm not going to do for the benefit of my voice, is the entirety of the lyrics to the Beastie Boys' Sabotage. So thank you, Dave R.
Something going on.
You pause the podcast, go listen to Sabotage. It's a banger, and then come on back, and we will continue. Thank you.
A Johnny sleeper agent.
To quote Cameron, +1, that's a Johnny. -3, good old a Johnny. -6, a Johnny? From Post Mythos.
Anointed Peacekeeper.
Arthur 2 Halberds Jackson. Yeah, why two? Yeah.
It's very symmetrical art.
Yeah, doesn't seem practical is the problem.
I think he's a peacekeeper, or they're a peacekeeper. So, like, they're just holding these weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
These are mine now.
Like, you can't see. It's off shot, but I just took these out of two people who were trying to kill each other's hands.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That was from Veriphage. Thank you for that.
Archangel of Wrath.
Okay. We did back to back. What are the chances? Archangel, 2 Shocks Jackson.
Nice.
Tied with, is that a chroma? No, it's a similar but legally distinct to chroma. Still, we should run it as though it were. We should run as though it were a chroma. That's from Anne and Stuart Wyatt, respectively. Thank you for that.
Argivian Cavalier.
Orc and a dork.
Yeah, Orc and Dork.
That's very good, Froan. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Argivian Phalanx.
Oh, so when white gets 3 creatures in a card, it's a phalanx forged by loyalty. But when I do it with my zombie deck, it's a mockery against God. From Honka the Clown. I only recently put together that there's a cycle. This is it's a cycle of common
Cost-reduced
creatures.
Big common creatures.
Yeah. And they're all pretty good.
Yep.
Like the red one, I guess, is probably the worst, but it's still good.
Still
I actually think the green one is the worst because the black one has a death touch.
The black one is surprisingly good. This one's really good.
I've
Because
seen
you
the-
get this one out for like 2.
I've seen the green one land on turn 3.
Yeah, fair enough. If you do that.
Yeah. You do tap land.
Better
basic.
You
domain
get a
than I am.
4/6 that
Yeah.
doesn't do anything.
It's big.
It does something on turn 3.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
It's a 4/6.
It'd be big.
I think it's you.
Aaron, Benalia's Ruin.
Evolves into Laron, Benalia's Despair, and Agron, Benalia's Devastation.
Jesus.
Pokemon. Thank you, fan of most everything.
Artillery Blast.
Actually, while it's still in the canon, it's called Magma.
Love that.
Thank you, Ms. Molly Mac. Oh, nice. Sorry. Tied with, I know what you're thinking. Do they have 5 basic land types or only 4? Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I kind of lost track myself. But this is a Thrannian artillery cannon, the most powerful artillery on the plane. It will blow your head clean off. You got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? Very nice.
Awesome.
Astor, Bearer of Blades.
Wow. Agent of Arms, Bearer of Blades, Carrier of Cestus, Delegate of Daggers, Emissary of Apes, Forerunner of Falchions,
No, not.
Gopher of Guillotines, Harbinger of Hatchets. You ever considered applying to be a creative text writer at Wizards of the Coast?
Right.
Intermediate of Equals? Intermediary of Equals. I'm not sure what an equal is. Is that one of
Kind
the...
of spear.
Yeah, that's what
I think, yeah.
Janitor of Javelins, Keeper of Knives, Legate of Longbows, Messenger of Machetes, Nuncio of Naganatas, Officer of Onzils, Possessor of Pitchforks, Queller of Quarterstaffs, Retainer of, any guesses?
Art.
Rapiers.
Okay, good.
Shipper of Swords, Transporter of Tridents, Usurper of Uzis. Hold on. You were running out.
Yeah.
Vicar of Veshivorals.
No idea.
Wow. Worshipper of Whips, Xenagog of Zyphos, Yeeter of Yaris, and Zealot of Zuaz. Wow. Thank you, FFB.
Nice Googling.
That took a lot of work.
Automatic Librarian.
It came preloaded with an automatic inventory filing system, a search engine, and voice recognition, along with over 2,000 words and phrases. And don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure I put lasers on this thing at some point, says Joyra.
Nice.
I like that. I also like, this one's uncredited, but just clang, clang, quiet in the stacks. Clang.
Baird, a Argivian Recruiter.
So Baird's flavor text is, fear doesn't make you a coward, giving into it does. Now take up your sword and fight. So the top suggestion here is, fear doesn't make you a coward, Boldweir Intimidator does. From Atharia.
Balduvian Atrocity.
Chapcaster Mage. Is you get a,
I get it.
You get,
Yeah.
you get a chap
You get a chap.
back from your graveyard.
Yeah.
Thanks, OMG puppies.
Balduvian Berserker.
Leroy Jenkins.
This is a good card, though.
It is a good card. Thank
Good
you,
Leroy, yeah.
Battle Giraffes.
Balmor, Battle Mage Captain.
Hey, does that bird wizard make anyone else feel unstoppably violent? Really does.
Like, these are less nicknames and more just commentaries, I feel.
Yeah,
half the time.
yeah. I mean, Captain Falcon was the second place one, which was more of a nickname. But here we are. That's from Fan of Most Everything and Mad Cat. Thank you for that.
Barkweave Crusher.
All right, recruit. You'll be serving under this tree. It's not even a tree folk. It's an elemental.
Yeah, tree bark elemental. Yeah.
Yeah. It's from Vin.
Battle Rage Blessing.
Mad Cow Disease. There we go. There's a more relevant nickname. That was from Extinct Bacon. Good name yourself.
Battlefly Swarm.
There once was a fella called Squee who learned from his past, you see. He ate his fifth fly, it was bitter and dry, and said, "That's enough for me." The flavor text implies that Squee at some point died from eating battleflies, which sounds awful. That was from The Great Gatsby. Thank you for that.
Battlewing Mystic.
Divin Aviation. Very nice. Good stuff from Wooga Chaka.
Divin Aviator? Because it's
a person? Or
Yeah.
it's a creature?
It's a
Divin
creature.
Aviator? Yeah. There we go. All right. We've workshopped.
some
successfully.
notes there for you. Sorry.
Banalish Faith Bonder.
Bond. Faith Bond. Thank you, Adarian.
Banalish Sleeper.
Okay, apparently the great Gatsby, pardon me for mispronouncing it initially, has just decided to go with limericks this time. There once was a Banalish sleeper who thought he was quite the keeper, but then his own skin starts to break from within, and it turns out he's a bit of a creeper. It's a very good limerick.
Yep. Solid.
Yeah.
Bite Down.
OMG Puppies suggested the word bite, but it's arranged vertically.
Top to bottom.
Yeah, like one of those old word...
Like an acrostic?
Yeah. The joke lands for me because I can see the text. So thank you, I guess. Moving on.
So that's crossword level punning.
Yeah.
Blight Pile. Sorry.
I appreciate that they, Ms. Molly Mack, who suggested this, specified to the tune of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, metal scrap heap full of poison.
Nice.
Where do you get the inspiration for that? And it's like, oh, you know what? You know what this needs? This needs the TMNT theme.
There's a
song.
whole Twitter account devoted to just like
Wikipedia
things,
articles
like,
that
will
that
it
scan,
TMNT? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's good.
Bog Badger.
Pie Bandit suggests all the lyrics from Weeble and Bob's Badger. Badger, 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 etc. Mushroom, mushroom, and then a snake at some point. Bag Full of Bees suggests Bog Champ, which I also really quite like, because sometimes it does sneakily win a game.
Bone Splinters.
This year's nominee for Magic Art or Metal Band album cover, from suggested by Battle Giraffes. That does look pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Nice work, Jeremy Wilson.
That's a good one.
Bortuck Bone Rattle.
And in this corner, weighing in at 400 pounds, it's the troll that raises the soul, Bortuck Bone Rattle. From Thank You, Uro. Appreciate it. Why am I credited in one of these suggestions as, I guess that's the sound trolls make.
It must be a quote.
Is this like the arena noises?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like or something. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're asking this question because you create more content hours per week than you have hours available.
Yeah.
Like to
I don't
remember what you did.
I'm not going to remember anything I said during this podcast as soon as we stop recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Braid's Frightful Return.
By God, that's Braid's music. From Honka the Clown.
Nice.
Though I do appreciate the reference. The second place is the I lived, bitch. It was like a photo of like someone's dad after surgery or something, I think it was. Yeah. Thank you for that one, Silent Soul.
Braids, A Risen Nightmare.
I never thought the dementia demon would eat my brains. Kamal member who voted for the dementia demons eating people's brains party. Whoops. Shouldn't have voted for Braids, I guess. There was no name on that one.
Broken Wings.
Break this tired meme and learn to joke again.
Nice.
Learn to laugh so free.
Look, everyone does this now. Like, I was listening to like Limited Resources, and like Marshall and Cirkowitz were made a Mr. Like the most casual mention of it. It was just like a whisper of a Mr. joke. I think it's okay.
Excellent. Thank you, Jolto Frag, for that.
Captain's call.
Hey, Jerry, can you come into work today? The Phyrexians have invaded and we're pretty short-staffed. From Archfey Adelaide.
Caves of Koilos.
Quick, to the plot cave. Untainted
I
Chaos.
mean, plot cave is pretty good.
Plot
Yeah,
cave.
plot
is,
cave is
yeah.
good. Chaotic transformation.
5 chaos warps in a trench coat.
Yep.
Commander card.
Yeah. That was from first name bunch of numbers.
Charismatic Vanguard.
Winner of Dominaria's Best Beard Award 4 years running. Where does the
Deserves it.
beard stop and the...
Like the fur begins.
Yeah.
See, that question is why they keep winning.
That's a good one. Has some brownie points.
Choking miasma.
You guys have lungs, Lamau. Slimefoot, probably. Thank you, Edgar.
Citizen's Arrest.
And I would have gotten away with it, too, if it weren't for you meddling coalition forces,
Nice.
says Space Turbulence.
Cleaving Skyrider.
Look at my horse. My horse is a kill spell. It can also go dome.
Yeah.
You can also just be like, I attack with 5 creatures, then flash this in, dome you for 5, and then your blocks are terrible. Anyway, thank you, Honka the Clown.
Clockwork Drawbridge.
Clickety clockety, stay off my property. I like that a lot. Thank you, 10 Wild Badgers.
A+.
Coalition Sky Knight.
And enlisted creature from the ground. You're doing great up there, sweetie. I don't know how I'm involved, but yeah. Thank you, Zephyr.
Coalition Warbrood.
Mad Cow.
Sure.
You can theoretically cast Mad Cow Disease on the Mad Cow and make it even more angry and survivable, too. Thanks, Pie Bandit.
Doesn't that give it Death Touch?
It's Death Touch and Indestructible.
Yeah, so like if you Death Touch and Trample is like the next coolest thing you can do after Death Touch and First Strike.
That's true. It is pretty good, actually, yeah.
Colossal Growth.
They somehow, look what they did to the formatting.
Nice.
They just made growth huge.
They just made the word growth real big.
So
I don't even know
big.
if you can see that. You can
Yeah, I
probably
can
see that on
too.
camera
Oh,
if you're
yeah,
watching
I
the
think
video
you can
version
see
of
it,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, growth and 148-point font.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Didn't even know you could do that.
Paul, could you make it so they can't do that?
That was from OMG Puppies. Second place, by the way. Sabretooth Lotus mentions synonyms for giant that haven't been used in front of growth yet.
Oh, writes this down.
Yeah. Astronomical, enormous, humongous, immense. And I thought immense growth was a thing, but I guess not. Monumental, tremendous, vast, whopping, and a proper adjective, Brobdingnagian.
Oh, that means giant-like.
Brobdingnagian. Yeah.
I think you got to save that for a Theros blog.
Yeah, that sounds like...
Or maybe Kaldheim. Somewhere where there's actual giants.
Cons of Tarkir had an immense pump spell, but it was called Become Immense.
Right.
It was a
there
really
you
good
go.
one, too. It was
Yeah.
like 5 and a green, Delve, +6/+6.
Yeah.
That was a good one, yeah.
Can't imagine why they haven't printed whopping growth.
Yeah.
We're waiting for the BK sponsorship, like a Secret Lair, Burger King.
Oh, there
Yeah,
we go.
yeah.
Perfect.
Coming
Yeah.
down the pike, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Combat research.
Let's see here. Curl your fingers into your palm and quickly extend your arm in the direction of the enemy. Got it. This must be reading How to Punch. Thank you, Ruxa.
Contaminated aquifer.
According to international regulations, any water supply with more than 3 ppm of the terrible legacy of Yawgmoth is considered unfit for human consumption. Says fan of most everything, though I do like dirty bath waters. Just throwing that out there as a suggestion here.
Coral Colony.
Aw, notably does not have protection from climate change. Now we're all sad. Thank you, Abuaku. Whoops, did I skip? I skipped ahead there. Hang on. Whoop, there we go. Got it.
Crystal Grotto.
Slightly better known shores. Ha.
Let's see what you did there.
Nice. Thank you, Fixed All.
Cult Conscript.
You can sleep when you're dead. Really? No.
I like how it looks like he's wearing sunglasses.
Oh, it does. That's pretty cool, actually.
Now you can't unsee what I've been seeing for months.
Excellent. It's from Lucario.
Cut down.
Can you guess what the top vote on this one is? Also from OG Puppies.
Is it?
Letter C, letter
C-U-T,
U, letter T.
Arranged vertically, so it's
Yeah.
cut down, yeah.
Very nice.
Did you ever used to do those like, you have like a book or something of those like word things that it's like...
You said acrostics earlier. I don't
yeah,
know
well,
what that
acrostics
word
is like
means.
the vertical
okay.
poem,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Where you have a word vertically down and then each letter goes out to its own word,
Yeah.
right? But like the like visual word joke brain teasers that were like, why can't I think of a single one of these? It was like,
I used to do the jumble every day in the newspaper, but
oh yeah,
I don't know. That's the closest I have to that.
it'd be like,
Like fat cat, like cat and written in really thick font.
yeah, something like that. Yeah. Or like just physically, like if it was like under the something, then you'd have like the word would be under the other word and it'd be like, oh, it's the phrase.
Oh,
yeah.
it's like you'd have the word wire, and then you'd have under, and then you'd say the phrase would be under the wire.
Yeah. Those things. That's what this makes me think of. Anyway, cut down. Moving on.
The word just is inside of a clock or something like that, or it's like inside of the word time.
Just in time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Things like that,
exactly that kind of thing. Yeah.
Danitha, Benalia's Hope.
Oh boy, I hope there's a bunch of ores and equipments in this set.
Woof woof.
Says Land Manatee.
Maybe there'll be a bunch of auras and equipments in standard.
There you go.
Death Bloom Gardener.
Poison Ivy. Nice.
Nice.
Pepper Ball.
Yeah. Defiler of Dreams.
Sad blue player voice. Permanent spells.
Yeah. That's a good nickname for this card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's from Zypher. There's a lot of comments of like, wait, blue has permanence?
Defiler of Faith.
Do you have a moment to hear about our Lord and Savior Elish Norn? From G. Willikers.
Defiler of Flesh.
This isn't what I meant when I said our metal band should play as a cohesive unit. From Eddie Accuracy.
Defiler of Instinct.
Wait, Pinger plus Kavu equals Pingu? I'm definitely from now on I'm definitely saying Newt whenever I cast this card. Thank you, Bartholomew the Kitten.
Defiler of Vigor.
Each?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Just each. That's all it says.
Destroy Evil.
Phyrexian Vivisector did nothing wrong. Smothering Abomination, actually a nice guy. Demonic Taskmaster, just misunderstood. Beloved Beggar, pure evil, kill on sight. From X marks the spot.
Gin of the Fountain.
A gin fountain where? You might be disappointed, says Mad Cat. Oh, gin and tonic. I like that from Jimku. That's pretty good. Loading. So many cards with so many nicknames. There we are.
Yawning. Sorry. Drag to the bottom.
It's called gravity, Steve. It's not magic. From Muir 11.
Dragon Whelp.
Spyro. Yeah. Mr. Harry Dresden.
Eerie Soul Tender.
Soul Tender. Wow, wow, wow. Very nice. From Owen Patterline.
Ellis Ilcor, Sadistic Pilgrim.
Cameron says yes to the answer, does this go in aristocrats?
Right.
Ah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, this one makes the cut.
Or to the question, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this really does, actually.
And now that Meat Hook Massacre's banned, it might make the cut in standard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
There's a lot of go wide stuff that's suddenly super viable. Says the person who's been trying to build that out of cards she has on Arena and just getting stomped by the Meat Hook Massacre nonstop.
Be pretty excited for next week. By the time you're listening to this, probably you don't have to face Meat Hook Massacre in standard anymore.
Yeah.
It's good.
And they also banned Yorion in Modern. That's your Magic News update for the week. Thought this would move on faster. There it is.
Electrostatic Infantry.
Storm count is at axe to the face, says Willie Art.
Elfhame Worm.
Why? How do you think of these things? Why have you written alternate lyrics to the tune of Uptown Girl to Elfhame Worm? She's a 5'4" that can really squirm, being ridden by some backseat guy. Vigi Trampelope's gonna die. Gavin, why?
Oh, Gavin, why?
Yeah, Elfhame Worm.
Nice.
I just don't know how you think of that. That's good. I just don't know. It doesn't for me. I don't know why you read Elfhame Worm when you're like, yeah, Uptown Girl. It's great.
Yeah, may have been drafting and had this open on the other tab.
No,
when
it's
the Billy Joel
perfect.
came on, you know.
Thanks, Uwo. Good stuff.
Elvish Hydromancer.
Hold on, I need to read the flavor text first. Water remembers every living thing it has ever been a part of. We need only bring that recollection to the surface. Okay. Because the suggestion is, so he's making piss clones. Thanks for that mental image, Sabertooth Lotus. Really appreciate it.
Airtie Resurrected.
Go, Machamp. It's another solid Pokemon reference. It's from Just a Penguin.
Urtai's Scorn.
Every counterspell flavor text ever, Urtai. Does Urtai show up in a lot of flavor texts, or just?
It's a pretty important story figure, I think.
Yeah.
Been in a bunch over the years.
Yeah. That's tied, by the way, with Urtai's corn, because it's just a hard thing to say. Urtai's corn.
Right.
Urtai's scorn. There you go. You got to really put the break in there, otherwise it gets confusing.
It has the juice.
Mm.
Essence Scatter.
Just don't get hit. Oh, thanks, Teferi. Yeah, the flavor text, Phyrexians pollute everything they touch, so the solution is simple. Don't let them touch anything. They're like, oh, okay, sure. Thanks, Teferi. If it were me, I would simply not let the Phyrexians invade. Oh, thanks. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, helpful.
Yeah.
Evolved Sleeper.
Dominarian is evolving. Do. Dominarian evolved into sleeper agent. Yeah, we're really on the Pokemon theme today.
Extinguish the Light.
Next up, kindly grandma murdered by her cat. News at 11. Was this canonically a Johnny's fault?
I don't know.
That would kind of make sense.
Yeah.
Sorry for not reading the lore, team, but yeah, Johnny turned out to be a sleeper agent. Planeswalkers are sort of peers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that, tiny genius. Sile also references something Wheeler said, I think during the PPR, which was that she died of old age while falling off the cliff. Like on her way to the ground, she died of old age.
No Candle in the Wind jokes?
Because Extinguish the Light?
Yeah.
No, I don't see any, actually.
It seems to me we didn't make this joke.
And then that's not been made.
Yeah.
A joke unmade.
Yep.
Ripped to a real one. Fires of victory.
We did it, Patrick. We saved the city.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pepperball. Only because the name Patrick, I'm like, is this a SpongeBob joke? I don't know. Anyway.
Floriferous Vine Wall.
So anyway, here's Floriferous Vine Wall. Pulls out guitar. Thank you, brownie points.
Flowstone Infusion.
I didn't know Flowstone would murder me, says man who voted for Flowstone murdering. Thank you, ooh, possum.
Flowstone Kavu.
I don't know why. Opponent, sweetie. I don't know why. This is attributed to Cam from the Loading Ready Run Fam Jam. I don't know. I guess just
because one of his
forgetting...
opponents over pumped their Kavu.
Oh, I remember that. Right, they just kept pumping it.
They put too much red into the Kavu.
Yeah, they made it a 3-2. They made it a 4-1, and then they got greedy and made it a 5-0.
Yeah, and then state-based actions intervened.
Sweetie.
Yeah. This is a Kavu. This is a Kavu on Flowstone. Any questions? From Reinhard.
Founding the Third Path.
Snapcaster Page. Nice. Clean. I like it.
I like it.
It's from OMG Puppies.
Frost Fist Strider.
Chill out. Thank you. Alex M.
Furious Bellow.
I'm not going to do it, but the top comment is it's a bunch of capital A's. It's just screaming. It actually breaks it goes way off the side of the page. So good job. Thank you.
Gay as might.
Come on down and take your pick of our artisanal woods for building things like Monument to Man's Folly and Cheers. Look at this magnificent tree man. Now imagine chopping him down, cutting him into chunks, and turning those chunks into a coat rack or something else you don't really need. Magnificent. Thank you, 10 Wild Badgers. That was, I don't recall the name of that one, but that was a crap shot, one of our spokesman crap shots. So that was good. I'm going to jump down to the third place suggestion of from Gred of "But Gay as Might Not," which is a little cleaner of a nickname, but yeah, I like both of those, honestly.
Garna, Blood Fist of Killed.
Either you die aggro or live long enough to become the aristocrat.
Nice.
That's good. That's good stuff. Thanks, Jamie.
Geothermal Bog.
Bog Champ.
Nice.
Tied with Badlands Proxy, tied with Worst Lands, tied with an untapped resource of safe, asterisk, renewable, 2 asterisks, energy, 3 asterisks. It's a very even split on that one.
Gitu Amplifier.
Kiln Fiend of War. This is like Kiln Fiend and a Man of War.
Yep.
Combined.
It's true.
Love it. Thank you. Thank you, Uro.
Gibbering. Is it gibbering?
It's gibbering.
Gibbering. Sorry, I always want to say gib for some reason because of the puppet.
Yeah, well.
Gibbering Barricade.
The top suggestion is Gib answers your tweets. Yes. So, there we are. It's pronounced like GIF is another one too. Thank you, Els.
Goblin Picker.
Points at Goblin. That one. Thank you, Dash.
Golden Argosy.
I mean, it should come as no shock that the top 4 suggestions are all variations on the Argosy. So climb aboard, everybody.
I think I've mentioned it before, but basically when I was doing that, everybody's opening their Dominaria sealed packs. I had to cut out so many Argosy jokes.
Yeah.
I was like, I really, really do do not us to get in trouble for making this joke in what is supposed to be
During
a family-friendly event.
A officially sponsored event.
Yeah.
So we're not going to include any Ussy references.
But on the Nicknames podcast, it's fun.
I would also like to point out, several weeks beforehand, I had gotten absolutely roasted and like no votes for whatever for making an Ussy joke on a Jackbox stream. So I don't see why I got no love for Jackbox Ussy jokes, which that is like the appropriate time to deploy them.
We have an outlet for those.
And then meanwhile, everybody's like, meh, meh, and then it's like, wait, no, in the sponsored content that Wizards of the Coast has put, that's where that's when the Ussy jokes have to come out. That's when we're like, yes, our internet rotted brains.
Quick, everyone crew the Argosy.
Yeah, everyone into the Argosy.
No,
stop it.
Why doesn't it have flying? It looks like it should have flying. It's flying. It is visually flying.
And it's actually just like it got up too fast. It's going to come right back down.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's not flying like really high, but it also doesn't appear to have a hydrofoil. But like they make boats like that too that go real fast, and they have a part that goes in the water, and then there's like a stem, and then they while they speed up, and then they lift a little bit.
Yeah.
Their shape. I think hydrofoil is correct.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's technically a catamaran. Griffin Protector.
Right. Yeah.
We here at the Benellian Griffin Sanctuary would like to thank you for your donation. Every 10 cents you donate can prevent a griffin from being poached for its glands, which have been used in traditional Caldoran medicine for hundreds of years, leading to the extinction of these wonderful creatures. Griffin Protector. That was from Balatar. Second place is he protect, he attack, but most importantly, his power get whack from Honk of the Clown.
Guardian of New Benalia.
Shield your daughter from Workday. Nice. Thanks, Dry Bones.
Hammerhand.
Comical bonk sound effect. Unfortunately, we didn't have that one queued up. Sorry. Thank
Oh.
you, East to West.
Haughty gin.
Hottie gin, Hottie.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, several suggestions of hottie gin there. Actually,
Yeah, you can't be a you can't wear that kind of under boob only garment and not be like walking out the door with "I'm hot" energy.
Yeah. You gotta any sort of torso window. Yeah.
Yeah.
Haunted mire.
At this point, it's probably easier to list Dominaria's non-haunted swamps.
That just looks like prime bog real estate.
Yeah.
They even got a path out there.
Yeah. Myers haunted. What? Cock's crossbow. Myers haunted.
Haunting figment.
Hey, remember when the waiter said, "Enjoy your meal," and you said, "You too"?
Excellent.
This is the visual representation of like, yeah,
No notes.
yeah.
Herd migration.
Oh, Christ.
Heard it on a green source.
No. Wrong song.
Oh, I just That's okay. So is it something to do with herd, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just got gravestone stuck in my head now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Give us a hint.
Yeah.
It's particularly about the word herd.
Oh, have you heard
Has
that
every
migration's the word?
Oh, everybody's heard about the herd. Herd. Herd is the word. Herd. It's all the lyrics.
All the
Oh,
lyrics.
that's
Just
the
the
word.
herd. The herd is the word. The herd. Herd is the word.
Pa, 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 ooh,
Mow
mow,
mow.
mow.
Papa ooh mow mow mow.
Moving on.
Nice.
The only non-irritating suggestion at the top of the list, thank you, Pie Bandit, though, was channel furball
nice.
from Anne. So thank you for that.
Nice.
Also, I have to, OMG puppies with horny on domain.
That's good.
That's very
That's
good.
very good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hero's heirloom.
So the flavor text is, "A blade is just a tool. Its power comes from the hand that wields it," says Danitha. So the suggestion is, "Sure, Danitha, that's why everyone remembers Umazawa. His hands." Stab them with the pointy end, as your father and his father did before.
Heroic charge.
What's this a reference to? It's let's go, lesbians.
I don't know.
I've seen this from some. This might be a TikTok audio. I've definitely seen this from somewhere. That's from Swamp Fortress. The actual top voted comment from East to West is people going is like, "For Adarkar, for Aliborn, for Emru Haven, for Argoth," it just going every
Every place,
every
name,
county
every region,
and
yeah.
every possible geopolitical realm of Dominaria. For Yavimaya, for Zalfir.
Hexbane tortoise.
I said hex resistant, not hex proof. No refunds. It's got ward, you see.
Is this a smaller tortoise on its head?
Oh my god, it is!
Maybe that's the real Hexbane tortoise.
Don't talk to me or my son ever again.
This
Yeah.
giant tortoise gives me ward 2.
What? Look at it. It's so wee. I've only just noticed that now. Oh, the second comment is don't target me or my son ever again.
Oh,
Nice.
somebody else also noticed
Nice.
it.
Good job. Thank you, Bartholomew the kitten.
Hurler Cyclops.
Ermagerd Hurler Circlerps. Thank you, Ernest.
Oh,
Ernest.
2014 memes.
Yeah. Surely earlier than that even. At this point, I don't know.
Herloon battle hymn.
Oh, God. I don't know what this is referencing. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the Herloon Minotaurs. They are trampling out the vintage. Where war leaders' helix stored, they hath loosed the lightning helix of their terrible swift sword, and they are marching on.
Is it like the Viking death poem from 13 Warriors?
It's the battle hymn of the Republic.
Oh, okay.
Mine eye have seen the glory of the coming.
Oh,
Thank
nice.
you.
Okay, sweet.
Battle hymn, of course. Thank you, Paul.
I was thinking the blow I see before me.
The vintage where the worthies helix sword. They have loosed the lightning helix of the terrible swift sword, and they are marching on. Okay, we got there. Thank you, Dryhad. Thank you, Paul. All right, moving on. Wait, did I skip one? I did.
Idyllic beachfront.
Get it? Because they're wizards on the coast.
Ugh.
Every Tolarian campus is built near a body of water, you see. Thanks, Trav.
Impede momentum.
But momentum is conserved. Thank you, Alex M.
Oh, Nissan, but momentum is conserved.
Oh, God.
Impulse.
That's for future that's for future Teferi to worry about. Oh, right. Thank you, Lunatic.
Enthrall to the pit.
Back to the pit. James. It says James's Minecraft emote.
Back to the pit.
Back to the pit.
Let's go back to the pit.
Thanks, Lunatic.
Inscribed tablet.
Tell Enasir Nani sends the following message. When you came, you said to me, I will give fine quality copper ingots. You left, but you did not do what you promised me. This continues for some time. This is the entire transcription of the complaint about Enasir.
Right. The oldest surviving written text, right?
Yeah.
Well, customer complaint.
Certainly the oldest surviving written customer complaint. Yeah.
Right.
You know, it is a fantastic reminder that the more things change, the more things stay the same.
Yeah.
Humans have always been quite petty and easily irritable.
Tell Enasir Nani sends the following message. Draw a card.
Hey, I'm taking Nani's side or whatever here. Like, you know, humans have also been ripping each other off. For like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Very good.
Ivy, gleeful spell thief.
THIEF. Hee. That was me gleefully spelling thief. Thank you, Rock Pusher. That was the second most voted one. The top most voted one was just the official, the comprehensive rules entry for Mutate.
Nice.
In case anyone's interested.
Jaya's Firenado.
Of course you should fight Phyrexians with fire. You should fight everything with fire. Says fan of most everything.
Jaya, fiery negotiator.
R.I.P. Jaya Ballard. She died as she lived, setting everything on fire. Good stuff. 5 days away from retirement. Thank you, Gred and Board Gamer. I don't know who's this.
It's me.
Oh.
We just hadn't switched yet.
Oh, sorry.
Joyra, ageless innovator.
Ma'am, I need you to get out of the way of the cannons. No, trust me, this key art's going to be sick. Sorry, that's from Battle Giraffes. The second one is, those are cannons, Joyra. We already have those. You're not really innovating over here. Thank you, AR.
Joda's Codex.
The gay agenda.
Nice.
Very nice. Thank you, Tyrant of Discord.
Joda, the unifier.
I heard you like legends, so I put legends in your legend so you can legend while you legend. Thank you, Oddball Sam.
Join forces.
Okay, this one also says, let's go, lesbians.
It's a lot of lesbians.
I've only
posing for
seen
magic cards.
TikToks with this audio. I don't know where it's from originally. We'll
You
find
gotta
it.
follow that account on TikTok that tells you
guess.
where the origins are.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
find it someday. Thank you, Honka the Clown.
Joint exploration.
Ooh, an actual nickname. Growth Scriral.
Nice.
No.
Thank you, Cub J. Harold and Kumar go to Dominaria.
I like that one.
No one dared put their name on that suggestion. Weird.
Just waiting for our overlay
Wow,
to change
there we
so I
go.
can say Juniper Order Root Weaver.
Bear with set mechanic.
Fair.
Yeah, oh my god, her arm is a tree. What the? Cool.
You gotta weave those roots.
Neat. I don't know why sometimes it takes longer to switch than others, but anyway.
Karn's Silex.
Karn's soup.
Good soup.
Hot soup.
Everyone
Yep.
calls it Karn soup.
Hot soup coming through.
Why are you buying board wipes at the soup store?
Karn Living Legacy.
Karn, the ever bullied.
Yeah.
Poor Karn.
There's a four-way tie for second with Karn, the ever bullied, Karn, please get therapy, Karn, who points off frame, and the legacy is war crimes. The top one is just the emoji of the pointing hand because of him hand, I guess. Anyway, carrying on.
Karplusan Forest.
Karplusan, you're welcome, says 10 wild badgers. Tied with, doesn't count as a forest, and, I'm sorry to report, also tied with Karplussy Forest.
Ooh.
Moving on.
Keldon Flame Sage.
It's pronounced flomsage. I don't know why this is the suggestion from Rockbusher, but here we are.
We changed our name from Charass.
It's a good change.
They're like holding the wand. It could be like an Aloha Mora joke or whatever.
Right.
Keldon Strike Team.
1, 2, 5. 3, sir. 3. Very nice. Good Python reference.
King Darien the 43rd.
Darian, son of 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 Darian. If this was like, if we did like a bunch of editing on these, this would be where it like fades to black and then like fades back in as I continue saying son of Darian,
And then
son of
Nelson
Darian.
and I are skeletons.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Yeah. Son of Darian. So thank you, Adarian, for that suggestion. Second place suggestion is IIIVLX King Darian XLVIII with a bunch of underscores in all
Yes.
caps, so it looks like an
Love that.
edgy username.
Love that.
I like that a lot.
Night of Dawn's Light.
Pictures taken moments before falling off a horse.
I didn't notice
very
that
true.
before, but yeah, it looks like that.
Thank you, Thamer Loviator.
Night of Dusk's Shadow.
Why don't I get flavor
I
text?
was just thinking that.
Yeah. Yeah, wait a minute.
It's a fair question.
There's the same amount of text on here. Yeah.
Wait, go back?
It's the reminder text
Reminder
for Menace.
text for Mass, yeah.
Yeah, it makes it too small.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
all right.
it could have one line maybe.
Yeah.
Lagamos, Hand of Hatred.
Well, if he's the hand, who's the ball guy? Actually, wait, whose hand is that? That's a big hand.
Yeah, maybe eventually there'll be a Voltron cycle of the, you can compose all of hatred
Right.
on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Scobloss, Achilles tendon of hatred.
Exactly.
Leaf Crowned Visionary.
We're killing the elf player first, right? Says Battle Giraffes.
Yeah, this card is not okay.
Yeah, tied with, phew, good thing there's no easy way to get a lot of mana in an elves deck. From Atalino. I had someone actually, like, kind of make this work in draft.
Yeah.
Against me. They had nothing on turn 1, this on turn 2. Then turn 3, it was like a tap land and the 1 mana elf and tapping it to draw a card. And then the 2 mana 2/2 elf that has kicker, but they didn't cast it for kicker, but they still drew a card because they just paid 3 mana for it. I was like, wow, I'm actually going to lose this game.
I think
to
in
Leaf Crown
limited, if you
Visionary.
draw one card, you probably like, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Leyline Binding.
Gay line binding. It says here, with no credit, you coward. The second one is, if Leyline Binding is in your opening hand, you may begin with it on the battlefield.
Lightning Strike.
Fun fact, way back during Ice Age, Jaya learned Unsummon from Joda to deal with enemies who have fire resistance, so Lightning Strike isn't the most off-brand spell she knows by a long shot. Says X marks the spot. I believe you. I don't know where you... Cite your sources. The second one is, of course, this trick is strictly worse than the one I used to use, but it is new. It says OMG puppies.
Liliana of the Veil.
While the physical chain veil may be devoid of its original power, we see here that Liliana is still haunted by its visage. In fact, I think it would be appropriate to say Liliana has always had a veil of sorts, considering that most of her life has been marked by her suppression of emotions and manipulation of those around her, even in her grieving by masquerading under the name Professor Onyx at Strixhaven. In this essay, I will...
Nice.
Thank
No,
you,
nice.
Sean. Has anyone seen Professor Onyx? Classes start tomorrow. This is also a suggestion from Box Logic here.
Line Breaker Baloth.
Not to be confused with its sporty cousin linebacker Baloth.
Nice.
Brownie points.
Llanowar Green Widow.
Does that spider have the coalition symbol on its abdomen? It does.
Yep.
Oh. Weird. Thanks, Fruan. Oh, hang on. That's the only suggestion. Okay. You have to go pretty far down after that one to find a suggestion that is not some variation on El Spidro Dominario,
Right.
El Spidro Returno, El Spidro Resurrecto, El Spidro Recurso.
Sweet.
Llanowar Loam Speaker.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. Once I am tapped, they become 3/3s.
Nice.
Thank you. Sammy P.
Llanowar Stalker.
Every breath you take, every step you make, I'll be Llanowar stalking you. From Tellurian Talesmith.
Love Song of Night and Day.
This is so much text.
Can I give you my personal nickname for it?
Please.
If you loved me, you'd let me draw 2 cards.
Oh, it's the full text of the Wizard's official love song of Night and Day.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Is the first and second and fifth suggestion. It's so much text. I'm not reading the entire love song of Night and Day. Not when Idiocracy suggested, babe, I love you. I think we should have a bird together.
Yeah. That's solid. Magnagoth Sentry.
Big twiggy goth tree friend. Thank you, Cub J.
Maria's Outrider.
What if Lightning Axe was a 4/4 with reach?
Boy, her Outrider's so good. I bet Maria's great, right? Right?
Right?
Crickets.
Yeah. The Wells for that one, thank you.
Maria, Scholar of Antiquity.
Voted most likely to be completed in her high school yearbook.
Yeah, actually, I guess the Phyrexians would love her.
Mm-hmm. From Scud. Thank you for that.
Mesa Cavalier.
Mesa Cavalier.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lucario.
Unavoidable. Meteorite.
Ooh, Shock Rock. That's a good one. It's tied with, that's one from Skyle, tied with Pyrehand's suggestion of it's only a meteorite once it ETBs. Before that, it's a meteoroid.
Right.
Technically speaking.
Micromancer.
Mancer. It uses really small text. It's from OMG Puppies, who says, since Graham always wondered how these are possible, I'll explain. It's not a different font size, but entirely separate characters that happen to resemble small versions of the same letters.
Oh.
This is the same method people use to enter bold italics, etc.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, look how wee it is. It's
Oh.
Mancer.
I see.
Oh, they're really small. Yeah.
Super worth running if you've got some shore-ups.
I cast Micromancer, fetching giant growth. I'm calling a flavor judge on this one.
Molten Monstrosity.
According to the laws of thermodynamics, larger animals would be less likely to survive cold spells as their increased size would require even more prey to sustain, which would be scarcer in harsh environments. In this essay, I will... See, it says the cold snap killed off most of the heat-loving Hellions, leaving only the strongest alive to breed. Yeah. How do Hellions breed?
We don't. No.
I don't want to know about it.
Yeah. Can I?
Thank you, Force Reject and
move on?
Lucario. Yeah.
Molten Tributary.
But Volcanish Island from Simon. The top one credits Cameron with most rivers are molten, at least on Earth.
Right.
And, yeah. You can make an argument that ice is a rock.
Yeah.
Thereby, all rivers are just molten ice.
Yeah,
So
we're
there you
lava
go.
monsters.
Yeah.
Water lava.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Monstrous War Leech.
The top 4 suggestions tied for first and second place are in, they're all in all caps, and they're just, why does it have hands?
Oh, it
just
does have
seeing
a lot
that
of
for the first
hands.
time myself. Don't
Yeah.
love that.
I don't like that. There's also someone riding it. Is that a hominid?
It looks like a hominid.
That's hilarious. You just imagine, it's like we all have to fight. Like, don't worry, the hominids are coming. Well, what are the hominids going to do? And they show up riding these things. It's like, okay, great. Come on in.
You shouldn't have doubted the hominids.
Yeah.
Moss.
You doubted the hominids, Jerry? I know you doubted the hominids.
Yeah, those are the hominids.
Yeah. Never doubt the Homwards. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Mossbeard Ancient.
Old tree yells at Phyrexia.
Nice.
Very nice. Thank you, Spellblade. I'm all in for like Seinfeld magic now. That sounds hilarious.
Maybe this could be our things. Just Planeswalker Seinfeld magic dialogue.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Let's write some sketches, Graham.
Yeah. I'm on board.
Nael Avazoa Aeronaut.
Studio Ghibli protagonist.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, says AR.
Najal, the Storm Runner.
X Marks the Spot said, I want to point out that Najal's backstory is that she's so fast, she accidentally ran all the way to Dominaria from Rabia. Really?
Okay.
That's cool. Okay. Multiverse's first planes runner. In the lore, they ran so hard they planeswalked. This is canon.
Wow.
Wow. Huh. All right. Had no idea. That's super cool. Thanks, everybody, for sharing.
Negate.
Ah, my hand. There's been several references to that crap shot, actually, in the other suggestions thus far. So thank you for that. Also, Phyrexia says no. That's a pretty good one.
Namata, Primeval Warden.
Hey, Graham, did you hear about the new tree folk legend? I sure did. Thank you.
Nishoba Brawler.
Oh, no, the cat's hot. Credited to Adam from Untainted Chaos. Thank you for that. There we go.
Phoenix Chick.
Hatched from the egg and immediately choose violence. Says 10 wild badgers.
Life of
Spicy McNugget. That's good. Also, Tyler T-Rex. Thank you.
Phyrexian Espionage.
r/birds aren't real. Yeah. This is the whole, the birds work for the bourgeoisie. Several people there.
Phyrexian Missionary.
So they've used the Void script that's like really difficult to read. That just says, we have pamphlets.
Nice.
'Cause it's a missionary. Thank you, Untainted Chaos.
Phyrexian Rager.
Rage with the machine.
Uh,
Nice. Thank you, Thamer Leviator.
Phyrexian Vivisector.
You can't achieve perfection without a bit of vivisection. Hail Phyrexia, the command zone, says Trav. That's good.
Nice.
Phyrexian Warhorse.
Bad horse, bad horse, bad horse, bad horse. He rides across the nation, the thoroughbred of sin, etc., etc., etc. The first, that's the extent of the first suggestion. The second suggestion is the entirety of the bad horse song. And then the third one is just bad horse, the thoroughbred of sin. So, everyone's working within the same sort of realm. So thank you for that.
Pilfer.
Yoko Taro and Tiny Bones. That does look a bit like the mask Yoko Taro wears. With Dak Faden gone, Tiny Bones is now the greatest thief in the multiverse.
Actually, that character on the left is another spirit that has their own card in Alchemy now. I
Really?
forget what they're called, but yeah, they're part of the DMUA.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, they're a different black 2-mana legend.
I will have to look up who that is. See as Dragon for that. Yoko Taro and Tiny Bones, thank you.
Pixie Illusionist.
Mana Pixie, bracket, Dream Girl.
Got it.
Very clever. From C. Kopf, thank you.
Plaza of Heroes.
Tap, add, whatever, ID gaff anymore. Says OMG Puppies.
Prayer of Binding.
Innistrad. What cannot be destroyed must be bound. Dominaria. Hey, can I copy your homework, Innistrad? Innistrad. Yeah, just change it up a bit so it doesn't look obvious you copied. Dominaria. Okay. Also Dominaria. This card's flavor text. Which is when a Phyrexian agent cannot be killed, they must be contained.
Look, there's only so many ways they can say, in like 10 words or less, lock something away in a magical prison.
Yeah.
To be kept there forever until the prison is disenchanted.
Yeah. Thank you, Spellblade.
Also, in defense of similar flavor text. So, I will say, I was writing a name for a card, and I thought that name for a card was an absolute banger. And I was like, but why didn't it get picked? And it turned out because that card had already been named that
Oh.
in a set that I had not seen and was upcoming.
Oh, wild.
Womp womp.
So it was a card. It turned out it was in Kamigawa because I was working on said card before Kamigawa came out.
Right.
So 2 people could just have the same good idea.
That's true. Whose is this one?
Oh,
You're up.
it's mine. Protect the negotiators.
Except the fiery one.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Oh.
Thanks, Reach.
Queen Alanal of Ruadak.
Is she supposed to be Queen All in All? All in all?
Is that
Because she's
right?
like,
Maybe.
she makes lots of dudes.
I don't know.
I
All
thought
in
about
all?
this the other day when I was playing her.
Yeah, I also have no idea how to say the place.
I mean, the top vote here is, all in all, a pretty good card.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. From Northern the Ferry. Yeah. Excuse me, I need to go water my collar.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Quarian Beast Caller.
What is in bear? Thank you, Bartholomew the Kitten.
Rada's Firebrand.
Rada's hype woman. Yeah, Rada! Thank you. It's from Cole.
Rada, Coalition Warlord.
1v1 me IRL for Phyrexian nerd. Says Alyssa
I
Swift.
always thought this was going to be Let's Go Lesbian.
Yeah.
Again, yeah.
Let's go, lesbians. Yeah. Radiant Grove.
But Mary, a scholar of antiquity who cares a lot about artifacts, is also there too. Well, oh, I
Because
see.
the Avamai's inhabitants are dedicated to protecting its unspoiled jungle from the scourge of artifice. Right.
Right.
But Mary is there too.
Raff, Weatherlight Stalwart.
Raff, recently unemployed.
Oh.
Yeah. That and flavor text written moments before disaster. This old ship has seen a lot, but she's not done yet, which is true. Yeah. Thank you, Darius and Fruan.
Ratadrabic of Urborg.
Rasputin, Ratosker, Ratatouille, Rapunzel, Ravioli of Urborg. It's from Sparrowhawk. Radratabik? No. Rababadratic? No. Tabadrabrik? No. Majapahit? Yes. I just appreciate the Bill Wirtz reference. Moving on.
Relic of Legends.
2 Coalition, 2 Relic.
Nice.
From Prodigal Sorcerer Tim.
Rith, Liberated Primeval.
Another liberated legendary without pants on.
Nice.
From Hyrule Savior. X marks the spot also points out, liberated is a funny way of saying broke out of jail. You can self-liberate, right? Surely.
Sure.
Yeah.
Revaz of the Claw.
The Claw. Toy Story reference.
Rona's Vortex.
Unsummon or really, really unsummon. From Thank You, Uro.
Rona, Sheldred's Faithful.
It's just like redacted. It just is like they've redacted everything except Sheldred,
I would like it. So I guess she broke up with Gix, right?
I guess.
Right? 'Cause she used to be Rona, disciple of Gix.
Was she?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Don't know why I was so grumpy about that. It's not like I'm a foremost Rona expert or anything.
Oh, this happened to the PPR. That's what it was. They Ben, I think it was, like marked out scribbled out everything on the card except Sheldred, and was just like, it's Sheldred.
Right. And then you were like, stop that, I believe.
Well, it says here, Surge. Of the things you can alter on a card, the name is one of the things you're typically not supposed to touch. Surge, August 27th, 2022.
Nice.
There we go.
Rulik Mons, Warren Chief.
He goblin guides wrong.
Rulik Mons is a lady.
That's true.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, there's several people here getting that incorrect. So thank you for that. I just read the words that I'm
I
seeing.
know. I'm just trying to put out some correct gendering vibes into the world.
Yeah, no, fair enough. She do goblin guide wrong though.
Yeah, she
Yes.
goblin guide backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Runevelt Hordemaster.
Horde sold separately.
Nice.
Yeah, that's from Satyr Pobobodnini.
Runic Shot.
No fair. He's using aimbot. Says NS Nick.
Sacred Peaks.
Plateau. That one really relies on the delivery.
Yeah.
Thank you, Simon.
Salvaged Mana Worker.
Domo arigato, mana roboto. From Rock Pusher.
Samite Herbalist.
I live, I scry, I live again. Enlist me. From Ocean Soul.
Scout the Wilderness.
Hey, I found some dudes chilling in the swamp again. I like that. From Idiocracy.
Sengir Connoisseur.
Don't put that in your mouth. It's the flavor text. We cannot afford to let the Phyrexians win. They taste terrible.
This is getting me some real, like, what we do in the shadows kind of vampire vibe.
Yeah. Stop it. Put that Phyrexian down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's going to be a mess everywhere.
Yeah. Thank you, Cypher.
Sarah Paragon.
A treatise on Magic the Gathering and the insufferable inescapability of rules lawyers. From Rykor.
Shadow.
Go ahead. Oh, I was just saying, I don't even know if the update needed has been dropped yet. There's kind of, I think we're still in a period right now where judges have been informed to, like, just do the right thing. Like, make sure the card works. Tell the players it works.
Did Sarah Paragon not
Yeah,
work
the reason why that nickname is what it is because this bottom ability inside the rules of Magic gives the ability to the spell on the stack, which then disappears when it becomes a permanent. So it works for lands. Like when you put your lands in, they know that if they die, the lands die, they're going to exile it and you gain 2 life. But when you cast a spell from your graveyard, when you cast a permanent spell, according to the rules, normally
it's a different object.
It doesn't keep that ability when it enters the battlefield off the stack. So it would just go back to your graveyard. But no one's been doing it that way. And I think there should be a release soon.
Okay.
About how to fix this or Oracle wording or something.
Right. Because it's
obviously supposed to exile
the bit where it says if you do, it gains when this permanent's put into the graveyard. Exile.
Yeah, it's like
life.
The way that exactly
there's nowhere for it to
works is like the spell gains that.
Okay.
And then,
but when it becomes a permanent, it shouldn't.
Changes zones.
By the way the rules currently are worded, there's no way for it to retain that.
I think that's right.
Interesting. Huh.
So interesting site. You can Google it.
Cool.
Be a back and forth.
Shadow Prophecy.
There will be an obnoxious amount of void text in the nicknames episode for Phyrexia at All Will Be One. It says.
I
believe it.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Martian Machines too, probably.
Thank you, Ernest. That's a solid prophecy.
Yeah, solid prophecy.
Yeah.
Shadow Right Priest. That was yours. Sorry, Nelson.
Doesn't matter.
They say he died of natural causes, and it is natural to die when stabbed 37 times. Thank you, Sliver Lord.
Shalai's Acolyte.
Fly softly and carry an enormous stick. From Owls.
Shanna, Purifying Blade.
Shanna, who draws 3 cards.
Sheldred's Restoration.
We can rebuild her. We have that huge worm lying around. It says Satyr Podobni. I'll get there eventually.
Sheldred, the Apocalypse.
She does black card draw wrong, says Cameron. It's true. It's like, wait, I gain life. When I draw a card, I gain life. You sure? Did we? Nelson, there's another weird rules thing that I'm missing out on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, you read that right.
Yeah, there's nothing in the rules that supports gaining life when you draw cards in black. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Shield Wall Sentinel.
All in all, another bot in the wall. Tied with Wildly Tutor.
I get it.
Which is very good. Yeah. And the further suggestions of Interlocking Infantry, Lego Legion, Mega Blocks Maniple, and Connects Cohort. Maniple. Is that a word? Wow. Okay. Thank you, Wugachaka, Patuba, and Swamp Fortress for those 3 suggestions.
Sheevan Devastator.
Flyer ball.
Nice.
Ah.
Solid.
Thanks, Marshall.
Shivan Reef.
Is it painful? It sure is, says Norin the Fairy.
Shore Up.
Carcinization. Carcinization comes for us all. The second place suggestion from OMG Puppies is the word shore written upwards,
Classic.
which is that's a very good third beat to that joke, actually.
Yeah. Silver Scrutiny.
Karn invents doom scrolling. Or just doom scrolling. So thank you, Ocean Soul.
Silverback Elder.
I want my silverback, silverback, silverback. I don't know. What a weird thing to reference Chili's baby back ribs, but here we are. Thanks, OMG Puppies.
Slimefoot's Survey.
We asked 2,000 Dominarians about their opinions on the Phyrexian invasion. Their answers may surprise you. Excerpt from Slimefoot's daily newspaper, The Spore You Know.
Wow.
Thank you, Norin.
Smashed to dust.
3 sideboard cards for the price of 1. Yeah, which makes it a very good sideboard card, but I mostly play best of 1 these days, so here we are. Thank you, Wandering Winder.
Snare Spinner.
Yeah, Speedro Reprinto. Thanks, fan of most everything.
Soaring Drake.
Technically, it's not power creep, it's toughness creep. Ha ha.
See what
Thank
you
you
did
from
there.
Madarian.
Solkanar the Tainted.
No, look, it's totally fair. You get to do it to me later, see? Hides bone splinters behind back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Lucario.
Soul of Windgrace.
Simba. Thank you, Rykor.
Sphinx of Clear Skies.
Oh no, I don't know the song. Sphinx of Clear Skies, tell me why you had to hide away for so long. So long.
Don't ask me. I only know songs by degenerate psychedelic rock bands.
No, I don't know either. Sorry.
Why you hide away for so long.
Is it-
So long. I've heard this song, but I don't know it. I'm sorry. Flap or Fiction is in
Nice.
second place by Alyssa Swift, so we'll go with Flap or Fiction.
Splatter Goblin.
Witness me. Nice.
Thank you, Some G.
Sprouting Goblin.
The worst fungal infection the multiverse has ever seen. Yeah. Says 9 effing hells.
Squee, Dubious Monarch.
He turned me into a Phyrexian. A Phyrexian? I got better. Says Untainted Chaos.
Stall for Time.
No, I'm not reading all this. Just that's not the suggestion. Just a Penguin suggested. It's basically it's a Shaggy Dog story. They're stalling for time. I get it. I appreciate it. Full points for the meta joke. Absolutely. I'm not reading all this. Second place suggestion is Graham talks about his breakfast for 30 seconds. We've recently discovered that it's much cheaper to make your own granola,
Yeah.
and it's real tasty.
Yeah, you just buy some oats. 20 minutes in the oven.
Yeah.
40 minutes to cool on the counter so it gets clumpy and crunchy and stuff like that. And like
Have
a
that with
bag
some
of
yogurt?
granola is like $7. And a
Why
kilogram.
is granola so expensive?
I don't know, but like presumably it's
Sounds like it takes at least an hour of like a person's time to make
No, it
just one
doesn't.
tray of it.
Yeah, but then you get like so much granola. And
So
the
much.
oats are like $3.
All right.
Good. Moving on.
And you know what you can do is since you're running the oven anyhow, then you don't have to turn on the heat for that day.
Okay.
Put on a sweater. Whose turn is it?
It's all you, Pioneer Kathleen.
Sten, paranoid partisan. Look, he's wearing a sweater. His dad wouldn't let him turn up the heat either.
The top suggestion for this one is choose tribal, I dare you.
Yeah.
Which I guess works, right? You could name that other than a card type, other than creature or land?
Yeah.
Or is
that's
tribal
legal.
a subtype? Is tribal...
Oh, no, sorry. Is it a super type?
Oh, it might be.
Yeah.
It is a super type.
Well, wait, but Tarmogoyf gets bigger, right?
Yeah.
I forget how this works. Sorry, this hasn't come up in forever. Great question. I feel like Tarmogoyf gets bigger if there's a tribal card in the graveyard,
Mhm.
but it still looks like it just only applies to other cards. But maybe it counts. It's like a weird corner. Maybe tribal's allowed here.
Name tribal. Have fun with it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Verifish.
Sorry for not knowing that one right off the top of my head, everyone. Strength of the coalition.
Root and wing, claw and sword. Who's the team we've all abhorred? Phyrexia. Thank you, Just a Penguin.
Stronghold Arena.
Important note, the May is before the reveal. No backsies.
Yeah.
Arena was in Apocalypse, not Stronghold. Thank you, Lunatic.
No, I like that one. That's good.
Thank you, Lucario, for the first one as well.
Sulphurous Springs.
Remember, when you've been in the hot tub for 30 years, it's time to take a break from Move. R.I.P. Hot Tub Devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunbathing Root Walla.
Happy lizard noises.
I don't know what those are.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I like that, yeah. Thank you, GMQ. Thank you, Kathleen.
No worries. Sunlit Marsh.
You'd think with so many lotuses, it would tap for more than one mana. Ah,
That's fair.
thank you, Mad Cat.
Tail Swipe.
The user wags its tail cutely, making opposing Pokemon less wary and lowering their defense stat. I think there's a move called
Staying
Tail
on theme.
Swipe in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Dave R.
Take up the shield.
This feels like a Johnny's Tamio's safekeeping, i.e., pictures taken moments before completion. Yeah. Thank you, X marks the spot.
Talus Lookout.
Ah, Talus, look out! It's the Urborg Lurgoyf.
Nice.
Thanks, Couch Boy.
Tangled Islet.
Tangled was an okay movie. I wouldn't call it lit.
Nice.
Oh my god.
You know, that wouldn't have worked if you'd pronounced Islet properly.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, but I wasn't going to say it.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Tattered Apparition.
It's nice to know he's doing well. Quite a shadow of his former self. Braids, kind of a jerk. Right, yeah, yes. Sorry, the flavor text is, I remember that one. I turned him inside out and cast his soul into an endless nightmare a few centuries ago. And I'm like, wow, okay.
No, Braids is awful.
Yeah.
She's so rude.
To shreds, you say. Thank you, Ocean Soul.
And his wife.
Yeah, to shreds, you say.
Tatiova, Steward of Tides.
The hills are alive with the sound of violence. From Lucario. The Balatar also suggests some Little Mermaid rewrite as well. So a lot of musicals going on with Tatiova. I guess she looks like she's doing so. There's a big dragon behind her too. That's cool.
There's a lot of like grandiose things happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's big.
Tear asunder.
If there's anything a spirit monger hates, it's a collar, especially Elish Norn's collar, the symbol of her orthodoxy. Sure. Thanks, Norn the Fairy.
Temporal Firestorm.
F everyone except that one guy in particular, says Jaya. Thanks, Tiny Genius.
Temporary lockdown.
They say Among Us 3 times in episode 2 of the Dominaria United story. I guess because it's Amogus. Sus. And other memes. No, I don't want to undo typing. Come on, iPad. Calm down. Thank you, X marks the spot.
Territorial Morrow.
Unsets are mine. Thank you, Sliver Lord.
The Cruelty of Gix.
If I had a nickel for every time there was a 5-mana saga featuring Elspeth in the art that was both very playable and also had a third chapter that reanimated something, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
That's fair.
Yeah, fair point. That's from Debutter. I'll also give a shout out to Untainted Chaos for discard, dat card, dead card.
Nice. The Elder Dragon War.
Before the Brothers' War, we had Well, another Brothers War, says FFB.
The phasing of Zalfir.
Sorry, I phased out your village. Here's some Phyrexians. Nice. Thank you, Just a Penguin.
The Raven Man.
No one's raving about him in Standard.
Hi-oh.
Oh.
The second place suggestion is it was me, Limdul, the whole time. Credited to Etheros Levesque. The top voted suggestion, credited to Edgar Allan Poe, is the entirety of the text of The Raven.
Nice.
Moving on.
The Weatherseed Treaty.
Please don't blow up the world. Yeah, sure, says Urza. Idiocracy. Thank you. Sorry, so it is agreed. We will make this sprout briefly gigantic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The world spell.
This is not a world enchantment.
No.
No. Cyber 5 wants us to remember that it is not a world enchantment.
Thran Portal.
Oh, you're a fan of the Thran? Name one basic land type.
Nice.
Thanks, Ocean Soul.
Threats undetected.
Stupid sexy Phyrexians. From MTG Northman.
The Thrill of Possibility.
This set's excuse to practice saying Asmarano Mardica Dicey Nikuldakar.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Tide Pool Turtle.
Hot Tub Scry Machine.
Oh, love that.
I like that a lot. Thanks, Gene Q.
Timeless Lotus.
Roses are red, violets are blue, lotuses were black. Now Wooburg too. Thank you, Bartholomew the Kitten.
Timely Interference.
Skrelgor values learning. Thank you, me, of course, is the username there.
Talarian Geyser.
The white mana says, I'm helping. Thanks, Dave R.
Talarian Terror.
Hi, I've just read your treatise on sea serpent morphology, and I have to make a complaint. It's real big. It's real big. It's from Sliverlord, thank you.
Torre d'Avenant, Fury Rider.
The horse is named Fury.
Ah.
Oh. Several suggestions actually suggesting that the horse is named Fury.
Toxic Abomination.
Twitch chat. Look, I didn't say it. Thank you, Sile.
Tribute to Urborg.
Tribute / Urborg. Because it's what
it's
it is.
a
Yeah.
split card.
Yeah. Thanks, OMG Puppies. This is not the greatest blog in the world. No, this is a tribute.
Oh, nice.
That's very good. Thank you, Join Twitch for Desert Bus for that one.
Tura Kennerud, Sky Knight.
Someone's just written Tura Kennerud Sky Knight, but every letter has an umlaut. I don't know how you would begin to pronounce that. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Swedish chef. Tura Kennerud Sky Knight.
Nice.
Big tuna. A lot of people saying big tuna. Is that something James? It sounds like that James did that. Okay.
Oh, it was also from The Office.
Well,
Or no, that was just tuna.
James calling this one tuna,
Oh,
I guess,
James
was a
calling-
thing.
oh,
Anyway,
tuna. Okay, sweet.
thank you for that.
Twinferno.
More fire. Chandra somehow hearing this conversation across planes. More fire? More fire. Twinferno's already just a very good name.
Urborg Lurgoyf.
Also, that's it. I quit, says Hans. Thank you, Zypher and Norin the Fairy.
Urborg Repossession.
If you don't pay your exorcist, you risk... Yeah. If you don't pay your exorcist, you risk getting repossessed. Thank you. Thank you, Balater.
Urza assembles the Titans.
The three of them that have Planeswalker cards, at least. Says Post Mythos.
Turg, spawn of Turg.
Spawn of Surg, spawn of Rurg, spawn of Quirg, spawn of Purg, spawn of Urg. But it's just going backwards up the alphabet at this point. So thank you for that. Yeah, and then there's a lot of there's several suggestions that are that, and then another several suggestions that are the Phineas and Ferb reference again of the if I had a nickel for every time you had a legendary frog that encouraged you to mill yourself, etc., etc. Anyway, on to the V's now.
Valiant veteran.
Just 3 turns till retirement, says fan of most everything. Also, the entire V speech from V for Vendetta has also been suggested.
Nice.
Vanquisher's Axe.
Watsy still regretting Bone Splitter after all these years. Or Bone Splitter at home from X Marks the Spot.
Vesuvian diplomacy. Or sorry, Vesuvian duplomancy.
Control C, Control V.
Nice.
Yeah. Sorry, the third one, Nelson, is no, it doesn't say diplomacy.
Right.
Yeah. From Lowenthal was the copy-paste one there.
Viashino Branch Rider.
If Viashino Branch Rider was kicked, it probably falls off the tree. You should go check on it. Thank you, double A run.
Vine Shaper Prodigy.
It was done for the vine. Yeah, did it for the vine. Thank you, Just a Penguin.
Oh, it's me. Voda C Scavenger, sorry.
It's okay. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's-its and what's-its galore. Yeah, they are. That's what they're a scavenger. They're collecting stuff. Look at their... You want thingamabobs? They've got X, where X is the top X cards of your library. Thank you, AR.
Vidalian Hexcatcher.
Lord of Nope Lantis.
Nice.
Thank you, fan of most everything. That's a good one.
Vodalian Mind Singer.
Mind.
Bloodletter Chest.
Thank you, OMG Puppies.
Vohar. Vidalian Desecrator.
Help, I fed my merfolk looter after midnight.
Nice.
Yep.
Volshe Tide Turner.
Wait, didn't the last 3 cards just establish that merfolk from the Voda Sea are called Voldalians? Yeah, I assume this is from somewhere else. There's Voda Sea. Huh. Wait a minute. I don't know, actually. Well,
Volshe is her name.
sure. Yeah. I'll go with the second one, which is I have no legs and I must kick. Thank you, W and fan of most everything.
Walking Bulwark.
He likes big butts and is programmed to be incapable of lying.
Nice.
Very good. Thank you, Honka the Clown.
War Host's Frenzy.
Many of you may die. That's a sacrifice I am willing to make. From Alex M. I had an opponent draw so many cards off this.
Oh, nice.
It's ridiculous.
Weatherlight Completed.
Okay, hands up. Whose idea was it to use real Phyrexian parts as a disguise? From Cobalt Battlesphere. Thank you. Sorry. Kathleen.
Sorry. I'm very tired. Wingmantle Chaplain.
I hope they'll be at Pramicon this year. Pramicon,
that's the name of
the commander. It's the big wall.
Right. Okay. Sounds like a convention.
Yeah,
Right.
we've joked about Pramicon before, so yeah.
Right.
I hope Wingmantle Chaplain will be at Pramicon.
Nice.
Get my birds signed.
Wooded Ridgeline.
Crouching Taiga, Hidden Value.
Mm.
Sure.
Writhing Necromass.
I have good news and bad news about the legions. Good news, they came back in one piece. Good to know. What's the bad news? Total. They came back in one piece. That's from Lucario. I also like 728 Zombies in a Trench Coat.
Nice.
From Thank you, Uro.
Yavimaya Coast.
Had to be reprinted here because it won't have existed yet in the next set.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, it's this coastline created after they blew the world up a bunch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Me neither.
That's neat. Is this the last one?
No.
Oh.
Yavimaya Iconoclast.
No, Dad. Swords are not a phase. From Banana Mancer. All right.
Yavimaya Sojourner.
Man, we just dealt with these guys 300 years ago. What the heck? Says
And
Alyssa Swift.
And then I think this is two more. Yavimaya Steel Crusher.
If there's anything a gorilla hates, it's a Phyrexian, especially Sheldred's Phyrexians, the symbol of her invasion. Thank you, fan of most everything.
Yosha declares war.
Now, of course, you realize this means war.
This should be the last card. This is
Oh,
the second to last card. Zaro Janin, Scion of Ifrava.
What do you mean each? Or, look, Simba, this is our domain. Everything the light touches will get +1/+1 counters.
nice. Zur, Eternal Schemer.
My scheme is to make this Remora into a creature. Sir, Remoras are already creatures. You would think so, wouldn't you? Says Mr. Shiny Object. That was the last one. I forgot Zur was in this set. Wow.
I have not run into Zur in draft yet. Yeah.
I did once, and it actually kicked my butt
Okay.
because they had a lot of citizens' arrests.
Oh, yeah. Getting to attack with your Oblivion Rings and Death Touch and Lifelink and stuff seems great.
Yeah, it was wild.
So is anybody else freezing?
No.
I'm wearing a very warm hoodie.
So this is why I'm like I've curled up into a ball over the course of this.
should
It's
take
why
your-
I'm
heed your
so
own advice.
tired.
Oh.
It's my
Well, because you're a lizard.
cold. Yeah, it's the cold slowing me down.
Yeah.
You need to go bask on your hot rock for a while.
Yeah. Vote lizard. Vote Kathleen.
Look,
Yeah.
it's not my fault that the studio is so cold I'm going into torpor. If anyone needs me, good night.
But you can order. Oh God, how do I do this?
Well, while Graham's thinking of it, go to store.loadingreaderun.com and get a nice warm hoodie because it's going to
Yeah.
be cold this winter and
There you
Kathleen's
go.
not going to let you turn the heat on.
Torpor Orb.
Torpor Orb.
There you go.
From cardkingdom.com/LRR.
I knew there was a magic card involving the word torpor. There you go. Go to Card Kingdom and order it. They sponsor the show. They're great. Ask for a button. Also, you sponsor the show and everything that we do by our Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun, or by chucking a couple bucks in on the YouTube if you're watching on the YouTube.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Shout outs again, as always, to Steve, aka Your Games Be Over, for putting together the nickname website. And thank you, of course, to all of you for your contributions to the nicknames. Always a fun time. We've got a lot of other fun stuff to discuss on future episodes of Tap Tap Concede, but that is going to do it for today. So until next time, I've been Graham, joined by Kathleen,
I'm cold.
Nelson,
I'm warm.
Paul's running tech, Heather gets these online. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you all next time.
Good night.
Bye.